It is my honor to invite onto the dais our chief guest for the day, Ms. Khushbu Sundar. It is my honor to invite onto the dais our chief guest for the day, Ms. Khushbu Sundar. It's my honor to invite onto the dais our chief guest for the occasion, Ms. Khushbu Sundar, our dynamic Vice Chairperson, Ms. Preeta Reddy, Mr. Dinesh Madhavan, President Group Oncology, Director of Medical Oncology, Dr. T. Raja, Radiation Oncologist and Specialist in Breast Cancer, Dr. Ratna Devi, and Senior Consultant Neurosurgery, Dr. M. Balamurugan. We also have with us our beloved chairman, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, who has joined us virtually to grace this occasion. Ms. Khushbu Sundar has been the torchbearer for change and has taken up
checkpoint proteins. When they attach, attack from other immune cells is stopped.
Yes, please. Ms. Khushbu Sundar has been a torchbearer for change and has taken up many challenges, and we are proud that she is here with us today. I request our Vice Chairperson, Ms. Preeta Reddy, to welcome her with a bouquet. A very warm welcome to all our guests and our friends from the media. As Steve Jobs once said, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. So it comes as no surprise that Apollo Cancer Centers has always been in the forefront of innovation in healthcare in India. We have with us Dr. T. Raja, Director Medical Oncology, as an excellent diagnostician and a teacher that we all look up to. I kindly request Dr. Raja to render the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, my dear friends and my colleagues, I welcome you all for a pleasant afternoon meeting today. The meeting today is for two purposes. The first one is to launch the Apollo Cancer website, and the second one is to commemorate the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Apollo Cancer website is an important tool that will connect us to all our patients all over the world, and also will convey whatever work that we are doing to the wide world. And our President, Mr. Dinesh Madhavan, will elaborate on the website. After that, we have our senior consultant, Dr. Ratna. She will give an expert talk on breast cancer awareness. After that, we have two important addresses, one by our chief guest, Ms. Khushbu Sundar, who is a well-known actress, producer, and an eminent public welfare worker, politician. Welcome you, madam, here today. And after that, our vice chairperson, Ms. Preeta Reddy will give an address to all of us. I welcome you all for this afternoon and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Apollo has always spearheaded healthcare in India. Mr. Dinesh Madhavan, President Group Oncology, has been steering us towards and has been instrumental in adopting quite a few cutting-edge advances in the field of oncology at Apollo Cancer Centers. I would like to now invite Mr. Dinesh Madhavan to give us a brief introduction to what Apollo Cancer Centers website is all about.
Namaste, good afternoon. Dignitaries on dais, our chief guest, Ms. Khushbu, my colleagues, supporters to the campaign and the battle against breast cancer, and members of the media. It's good to be here this afternoon as we talk about how communication has changed. When I was looking up on some of the work Ms. Khushbu has done from the time she was a child artist, something strikingly came up was the early movie she did called Dard Ka Rishta, where she portrayed actually a patient who goes through the journey of cancer. And it was so endearing to watch that and to look at a very early stage. But what has changed from then to now, and I'm sure all of us know, is the power of the internet. It's estimated there are about 12.8 million people daily checking on health-related matters on a digital platform, beyond a URL or a domain to an app. And what it has done is on public forums and on forums where clinicians come in, whether be a B2B or a B2C space, is to create a community of people who care for each other, who exchange ideas, talk about their journey, and also talk about how they have survived or won over the disease or the challenge they have faced. This has actually accentuated what clinicians today can get to reach out as a support from apart from their clinical expertise. The Apollo Cancer Center website has got a repository of 14 cancer centers, over about 240 oncologists spread across close to 1,000 pages, which was done across the last 9 months. And I'd like to take this occasion and platform to recognize a few people who work tirelessly at each one of the units, the Marcom teams, the CEOs, the clinicians, every one of the clinicians who did the videos. We have about 240 clinical videos and about 20 animated videos on every type of cancer and subject. The centralized team, which also worked on it, and Puneet, who worked extensively with the clinicians to actually ensure this comes through. Out of the 12.8 million people who are looking at the internet every day to seek a little bit more information than what they would have before meeting a clinician and after seeing a clinician, almost 15% of that are cancer patients. While I was driving in from Bangalore, we did a beta check on the site and launched it today, and we started the campaign. And by the time I reached Chennai, there was close to about 45 inquiries. And that's the power of the internet and what the website can do for us. We use this month and the occasion to start talking about early screening, prevention, and everything that you need to know about breast cancer. We'd like people who are on this forum and everybody else to give us feedback. To give feedback on this forum and ensure that we have access to information which we can better. We're just at version 1 of the website. We continue to keep improving it since it's a dynamic platform. I'd like to take this occasion to thank everybody who worked tirelessly on this. I wouldn't want to take very specific names, but across the 14 units, the 240 oncologists and everybody who has worked is what has shaped what is the largest repository of information today, which we have got confirmed. And we look forward to the launch and request everybody to participate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Each year, the month of October, or Pinktober as it is called, is recognized as Breast Cancer Awareness Month the world over. Breast cancer awareness is an effort to raise awareness and reduce the stigma of breast cancer through education on screening, symptoms, early diagnosis and treatment. All this in the hopes that widespread knowledge will lead to earlier detection of breast cancer, which in turn ascertains a higher long-term survival rate. 1 in 8 women develop breast cancer. It accounts for over 25% of cancers in women, and self-breast examination and early diagnosis can reduce the risk of death from breast cancer by over 90%. The power to fight breast cancer is in your hands. At Apollo Cancer Centers, we choose to challenge. We choose to reduce the burden of breast cancer and improving the quality of life through breast self-examination, early detection, and personalized precision treatment. Dr. Ratna Devi's outstanding work in the treatment of women's cancers, especially in rural areas, has brought her many laurels. So who better to educate us on breast cancer and how the power to fight breast cancer is in your hands? Ma'am, may I please request you to share your message.
Good afternoon to all. Namaste. Respected ladies and gentlemen, October. We are in the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Why is October so special? The incidence of breast cancer has been increasing year after year. 1 in 8 women is a victim to this breast cancer. More and more younger women are being affected by this breast cancer. Awareness is going to be the only solution. Early cancer detection and self-breast examination are the 2 key words for today. Self-breast examination leads to early cancer detection, and early cancer detection helps the increased probability of cure to about 90% or even above. Self-breast examination is recommended over the age of 25. Every woman should practice this self-breast examination. It should be done every month in her privacy at home, and it is repeated every month. And once you are familiar with your breast, and whenever there is a change in the contour, or when there is a lump in the breast or in the armpit, or when there is a discharge from the nipple, or any skin changes, color changes, or there is a dimpling of skin, please seek medical attention without any further delay. It is unfortunate 70% of Indian women are diagnosed or come to the medical doctor only in stage 3 and 4. This scenario has to change. This scenario has to change. Annual mammogram above the age of 40, especially in high-risk group, helps in the early detection of cancer. MR mammogram, yet another specific and sensitive tool, especially used in complex tumors. And all of these facilities are available with our Apollo hospitals at all our main branches. And it is very, very important that every woman should promise to herself that I shall not be the victim to breast cancer. And bringing an awareness to herself, she brings an awareness to the family and to the society. Who else can be your best breast examiner other than you? You can bring about the change. Let us join hands together and fight against this deadly disease. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was definitely very informative. While every woman is graceful, poised, and remarkable in her own way, some truly inspire. One such woman is our very own Vice Chairperson, Ms. Preeta Reddy, a charismatic and dynamic leader and a role model to millions. It is my honor to invite Ms. Preeta to talk to us about the vision behind the Apollo Cancer Center's website and the cutting-edge treatments available for breast cancer at ACC today.
Namaste. Our chairman, my good friend and someone who I admire for her beauty and definitely for her courage, Kushbu, Dinesh, my colleague at work, all our senior doctors, Dr. Raja, Ratna, Dr. Balamurugan, Bhavna, who's sitting there, Dr. Jalali, and then my good friends in the gathering. There's Jennifer, some beautiful ladies from the Duchess Club, friends of ours, members of the FLO. Thank you all for being there. I think by being there, you're actually doing not only us at Apollo a huge favor, you're really doing a favor for society at large, for your families, and definitely to raise the awareness on breast cancer. A few weeks ago at a press conference, we had our governor, and he unveiled a massive rally which, Dinesh and my son Harshad are working on, which is the Dawn to Dusk duathlon. So it was interesting because, for them the duathlon was actually you can cycle or you can walk. So it was two things. But if you think a little bit deeper, it plays a dual role. You get exercise, which means it's a wellness thing, but you also raise the awareness. So while raising the awareness on being healthy, you're exercising, you're being well, and more than anything else, you're contributing to charity, because this was a charity event. And so some child, it was for children, so some child somewhere will benefit from the fact that you took some time out for yourselves to exercise, to walk, to run, and to do something good for society. And I'm using this as an example because it doesn't take too much of time, it doesn't take too much of effort to do something for somebody else. But then the Indian woman, I guess my mother is the prime example, all of you here are great examples, have the least time for themselves. I don't know if I should quote, but the movies and the TV serials and whatever you do, you're always sacrificing. The Bharat Ki Nari is always bearing the burden of multiple things and sacrificing her time, her effort, her energy, multiple things for somebody else, for her families. But if you just take a deep breath and think that if something goes wrong with this wonderful woman who's actually the pivot of every household, the trauma it causes, the husband, the children, everyone who depends on her, it's huge. The economic trauma, the emotional, the anxiety, all that is just, it's a huge burden. So can you all please look after yourselves? And I think that's the reason why I'm here more than anything else. Chairman, he's constantly telling us to do better, and I think that's why there's so much of focus on cancer. I was just telling Kushbu, I said, during the COVID, we realized that women were not looking after themselves. And of course, they were frightened to come to hospitals. But we've seen a huge surge in the incidence of breast cancer. The numbers are like humongous that sometimes we keep thinking, they've come so late, I wish they'd come early, multiple factors. And that is why we said, let's start talking about it. So it's not really just the launch of the website, it's more to create the awareness so that somewhere, in some way, we can touch someone's life, make a difference, help them look after themselves, catch the disease early. Because, we're constantly being told that we really need to keep people out of hospitals, and that is Apollo's agenda. When somebody needs help, we're of course there to help, work, serve, do whatever we have to do. But really speaking, for us, if it's a job well done, it's to keep people disease-free, it's to keep people out of hospitals and raise the awareness on the fact that you can actually make a difference in your own lives, and by doing that, you actually make a difference in other people's lives. I'm so proud to be an Indian, and I think India is a shining example of multiple things. We've done so much so well. We have some of the ancient best systems of medicine, and we have cutting edge technology like we've invested in Proton and multiple other technologies, fabulous doctors. But at the end of the day, we're very philosophical. And if we can use that ingrained philosophy of sacrifice and turn it around, saying if you sacrifice 5 minutes for yourself, you will make a difference not only in your life but in everyone else's lives. So thank you all for looking so beautiful, dressing up for us, coming here. Happy Navratri, and I hope that you really light a lamp in multiple families, in their lives and in their homes. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As always, you leave me spellbound. Thank you for emphasizing the importance of prevention and early detection of cancer. The doyen of the medical industry, who brought healthcare of international standards to India, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, is a visionary and a great philanthropist who is the founder and head of the vast network of Apollo Group of Medical Centers. He is a constant source of inspiration to every member of the Apollo family, and we are proud to have him join us today virtually to share pearls of wisdom on the launch of the Apollo Cancer Center's website.
Namaste and my greetings to everybody. I think it's a very important day, and a clear message is for all the women, the middle-aged, most importantly the middle-aged women, saying that today Apollo is launching a website to bring the awareness of breast cancer. From the time Apollo started, our preventive health program used to do a screening program on all breast cancer days for the last 38 years. We'll do that this year too. But I think this will make a difference when we are launching this website so that people will learn, that 250 oncologists in Apollo will bring their best efforts to bring the awareness for people. What could they do for earlier detection, earlier awareness of their cancer problems? And most important of them is breast cancer. We are still fighting COVID, but we know very well that this decade, as 2020-30, is probably going to be very severe for non-communicable diseases, and that cancer is a very important segment of these non-communicable diseases, causing almost 17 to 80% of the probable deaths. But I think we now know, that the cancers, if they detect early, is curable. It's conquerable, it's curable. So this is where I think our website on oncology, cancer, from majority of our 250 specialists, plus the international specialists also are volunteered to give their inputs so that we can bring this awareness and bring this information for people. Today's breast program will make them help saying cancer breast is curable. People detect it early. To detect it early, what is needed is to have the awareness that you need to test yourself every month. And then if there is something you doubt, you come to one of our doctors. The doctor will immediately say, yes, I am happy you came early. We'll remove this tumor and you will be normal. I just want to give you an example. I know in Apollo we have done large numbers of oncology, carrying tumors, and our doctors have removed those and made a huge impact across the country. But I am also referring to my village. In my village, in the last 2 years, they found 18 cancers. 11 cancers are in women. Out of the 11 cancers, 7 were in breast cancer and 4 were cervical cancer. These are detected early and cured. So if it could happen in a village, I think what is needed is this kind of information. If used properly, will make a very important link to maintain good health. I think our great effort should be in all health problems to bring an awareness, early detection, to say early detection is cure in almost all of the diseases. Prevention is better than cure. So I think early detection is like prevention. So I think I advise everyone, especially the various age groups, the middle age groups in women, to do this breast evaluation periodically. And for all doctors to say that the website on oncology gives various information for the patient and the physician and to the expertise. So I think this is a very major. I'm happy that we have a very special person today. Our chief guest is Kushbu, known very well for many wonderful things. And her role in public service, I think, is very important. I'm happy, Kushbu, that you are here, and your presence will bring that awareness for lots of people to say, yes, doctors told us, but also Kushbu told us that saying cancer breast is curable if detected early, and to detect early, all that you need is to bring awareness and do the best evaluation. Good luck to God bless this program, like the various efforts that we are taking. Pro Health is another individualized, personalized health check program that we have brought in. All of these are to see how do we prevent this huge NCD crisis by 2030, where it's expected to cause 80% of the deaths, and has phenomenal cost. Even for our country, it's going to be $4 trillion. Why can we afford $4 trillion? But we can afford, provided we take care of ourselves. God bless all of you.
Thank you for being here with us always, and thank you for being so inspiring. Our chief guest today needs no introduction. Ms. Khushbu Sundar is the definition of a superwoman, Indian film star, politician, film producer, mother, the list goes on. A role model to women across the country. May I kindly request Ms. Khushbu to officially launch the Apollo Cancer Center's website. Yes. Yes. No more as we unveil India's first comprehensive and interactive website on cancer care. It talks The website talks not only about cancer, but the screening, diagnostics, treatment options, and the cosmosis. Let us now have a look at one such example of self-breast examination.
Breast cancer accounts for 25% of all cancers in women. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer. Regular self-examination is the key to early detection and helps reduce the risk of death from breast cancer by 90%. The power to fight breast cancer is in your hands. Be your own breast examiner. Step 1. Stand in front of a mirror with your shoulders straight and your arms on your hips and look at your breasts. Observe for any difference from their usual shape, size, color and contour. Observe that they are without visible distortion or swelling. Observe for any dimpling, puckering or bulging of the skin that wasn't there before. Observe if the nipples have changed position or inverted, pushed inward instead of sticking out. Observe for redness, soreness and rash. Observe for fluid coming out of the nipples. Could be a watery, milky or yellow fluid or blood. Step 2. Raise your arms above your head and look again at your breasts and carefully repeat all the things to check for in step 1. Step 3. Next, feel your breasts while you're standing or sitting. Use your right hand to feel your left breast and then use your left hand to feel your right breast. Use a firm, smooth touch with the first few finger pads of your hand, keeping the fingers flat and together. Be sure to feel all the tissue from the front to the back of your breasts. For the skin and tissue just beneath, use light pressure. Use medium pressure for tissue in the middle of your breasts. Use firm pressure for the deep tissue in the back. Feel for lumps, swelling, or thickening of tissue or enlarged lymph nodes. Cover your entire right breast from top to bottom. Start at your collarbone and slowly move down to the top of your abdomen. After the right breast, repeat for your left breast. Cover your entire right breast from side to side. Start from your armpit and move to your cleavage. After the right breast, repeat the same for your left breast. Following a circular pattern, cover your whole right breast. Begin at the nipple, moving in larger and larger circles until you reach the outer edge of the breast. After the right breast, repeat for your left breast. Move your fingers up and down your right breast, meaning vertically in rows, as if you were mowing the lawn. After the right breast, repeat for your left breast. Step 4. Finally, feel your breasts while lying down, using your right hand to feel your left breast and then your left hand to feel your right breast. Just like while standing, feel for lumps, swelling, or thickening of tissue or enlarged lymph nodes. First, examine your right breast and after that, examine your left breast. How often should you perform self-breast examination? The best time to perform self-breast examination is about a week after the start of your menstruation. Perform it on the same day of each month if you are no longer menstruating, pregnant, breastfeeding, or have breast implants. On an important note, self-breast examination is not a substitute for breast cancer screening. If you have any doubts or need help, please consult your doctor or reach out to us on help@apollocancercenters.com and we will do our best to help you.
So this is exactly what our website is all about. We have a very large digital repository for everyone to understand simply and absorb what cancer is all about and how it can be managed. So thank you so much for that. Ma'am, I would really love for you to actually come and enlighten us with your message for today.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, my dear friends, and all the doctors who I say, gods are not present, He created doctors. And that's what I truly feel about everyone in the medical field. Today we have launched a very important website, which is about breast cancer. I think we all are aware what breast cancer is about and how important it is for all of us, all the women in here, and not only women, even the men, because they become equally responsible in asking the women at home to get themselves tested or test themselves, self-testing. Now, before I go further, I would like to really congratulate Apollo, because this is one group which is in the health field, which I would say has reached world over and told us what healthcare is all about. And trust me, I am one of the biggest fans of Apollo, and since I have been in Chennai, Apollo has been my home for every possible reason, right from my PCOD problem to my knee surgeries to my back problem to both my girls' deliveries and whatnot. I have been part of Apollo and I blindly trust Apollo. I can just call up and say, I have a problem and I'm coming, and I know that I am in the safest hands. So first and foremost, thank you very much to Apollo, and my great respect to the chairman, P.C. Reddy sir, for always being present with the wisest words. And even very recently, I must share that last year my daughter had fractured her ankle, and he personally came over to see her and advise my 20-year-old kid and tell her that how important it is to look after her ankle, because that's where the entire weight, he did not do it, there were very good doctors taking care of her, but he personally came over and he spoke to her. So thank you very much, sir, for always being there for us. When it comes to health, yes, I definitely do agree that we women, I am also one among them, where we tend to overlook our health. It's about sacrifice. We have different words. We have compromise. We have adjustments. And to put it in inverted commas, our love towards our loved ones. And that is how we all women like to look at it. That before we put ourselves, we put everybody else in front of us. And that includes not only about little things, their health or their well-being, we look after them. It's about even when it comes to their health. We generally tend to push our health problems on the back burner, thinking that we can look after us later, because that's not the priority. Something else is, somebody else is in the family, your kids, your husband, your in-laws, or somebody else needs your attention more than your own health. And this becomes a huge problem. But let me tell you, cancer is curable. We have a myth that cancer, oh, it's a word, no, see, for cancer you cannot be cured. But the minute you have cancer, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. What is extremely important is you detect cancer at the right stage. It's very unfortunate when the doctors here were saying that cancer is detected only in the third and fourth stages, especially when it comes to breast cancer. And the reason being, we keep neglecting ourselves. I am 51 years old today, but I started doing a self-test when I was 35, and I went for my mammogram because I could feel a lump on my left breast, and I immediately went for a mammogram. And I keep testing myself because I do not want any kind of a problem. I personally feel until unless I do not look after myself, if I am not healthy enough, I definitely will not be able to take care of my loved ones. And yes, I am also, probably a little selfish, because I think I need to be good. After all, I'm worth it. I have to look after myself, not for anybody else, but at least for myself. I'm a self-made woman. We all are here, and we all need to look after ourselves. So I think it's important that you keep checking yourself. And it's not only about breast cancer. My co-sister in my family, she fought colon cancer, and she's doing absolutely fine because we could detect it in the first stage, and she is doing very well for herself. Unfortunately, I lost an aunt to leukemia because we detected only in her last stage. And again, as always, the help came from Apollo. When we had sent all her reports from Mumbai to Apollo, we got to know that it was in the last stage and there wouldn't be any help. So it was very unfortunate. But I think it's extremely important that we understand that cancer is curable, and we also live in a myth, or I would say it's kind of, still a little taboo to speak about cancer, especially breast cancer in women, when you go to the interiors of our countries. I have traveled length and breadth of India, but the minute you talk about cancer, the minute you talk about breast cancer, it's like, no, don't talk about it. It's your personal part. Why would you go and show it to somebody else? Boss, I need to, because I need to be well. We women need to create an awareness that it's fine to go and get yourself tested before it's too late. We need to create an awareness among women that you have to look after yourself, because only if you are doing good for yourself, you are healthy, you will be able to take care of your loved ones as you always want to for a longer period of time. It's extremely important for we women to create awareness, especially into the interiors, and tell them that get yourself tested. Now, this video is so clear, and me and Preeta were just talking, so probably 10 or 15 years prior to this, somebody might cringe, why are we showing this kind of a video? It's so clear about women, how she's touching herself. But that is how we need to test ourselves. And this is what we need to come out of the box, take this program to the interiors and tell women that this is how you need to get yourself tested at home in your privacy, and you have to go to the doctor immediately if you see any changes in your breast. It's a very important part of your body. It's the most beautiful part of a woman's body. I completely agree, but you have to look after it to keep it as beautiful as God has given us. We women also need to understand that just by sitting and discussing this within these four walls is not going to help us. We need to create awareness. We need to take responsibilities, individual responsibilities as to how we are going to take it further. We need to probably make a chain, and say that this video, this website needs to go to the interiors, and I'm sure Preeta would have already planned, because the plan is not about 2021, but how we look at ourselves at the medical field of India in 2030, how we see women fighting, battling and conquering cancer, breast cancer especially. By 2030 we are able to achieve the target what we have said, that let women in India be absolutely breast cancer free, and that is how we need to take it forward. Yes, it is a responsibility of Preeta Reddy, of Apollo, of the doctors, but I think we who are not part of the medical field, but we do have some kind of contacts, we have some responsibilities as responsible women, especially as mothers. For me, I'm a mother of 2 girls, and for me it is extremely important that I spread awareness among them, where they take it forward to their other friends and say that it's a chain and let's spread it. Today's kids, trust me, they are very, very intelligent. They are not about, oh, why this, why that. They said, anything that's going to help the country grow, anything that's going to help another fellow human being, fine, let's take it forward. And that is one thing I really love about the generation today, where they are ready to take any good message which is forward. And we as very responsible citizens and mothers and women, we need to take this forward and say that let's spread the message as much as we can. We also need to have a very positive attitude. I have seen many women, actually going into a shell the minute you tell them that there's a word C, cancer. And they go into a shell, they completely detach themselves from the society, they start sulking, they go into depression. But I think what also is important, extremely important, is you tell them to have a very positive attitude. You have to build that confidence in them saying, you can conquer this. It's fine if you have cancer. You have to fight it out. And until unless your mind does not send a message to your body that I am going to be all right, this is not going to make it possible. So I think we also need to give that kind of a strength. We need to give that kind of a positive attitude to women. And like Preeta was saying, during this pandemic, we have seen a huge surge in breast cancer patients among women. And that again, I would like to point out, is because during this pandemic, most of us were extremely busy in keeping our homes happy. But I would like to stress on the point, like I said before, please look after yourself. If you are not healthy, you will not be able to take it forward. People come and ask me, why have you lost weight? Boss, I'm 51, I need to lose weight. My ankles, my knees, my back needs to be perfectly fine so that I can look after my family for the next 20 years. And that is when it starts, getting into your head that if I am going to be lethargic, if I am going to be down with a back pain or a knee joint pain, or my ankle starts hurting me, if I'm not able to take 2 steps, if I'm going to get breathless when I'm walking up the stairs in my house, then how am I going to look after my children and my family whom I love so much? So I think this is when it hits us. But let that point that I need to be healthy enough hit you a little earlier. And when it comes to breast cancer, a little more earlier. Like Dr. Nithya said, that after 25, every woman needs to go through a self-test. And please take the message outside this room, to every place you go, to wherever you meet, your friends, your colleagues, WhatsApp. You have every possible technology today to take your message across the world. So let us get together and say that I'm going to take the message forward, and I'm going to spread the word, and I'm going to tell the women of the world today, because this message, it's not about India, because Apollo is not about India alone. You have people from world over coming down to Chennai or Delhi or any of these Apollos and Delhi Coal, coming down and saying that we trust Apollo because we believe that we will be cured. And that trust has to go across the world. That message needs to go across the world, that even if any woman in the world is down with breast cancer, if you're not your country, please come down. There's Apollo to help you and to make sure that you are cancer-free if detected earlier. So let's take this message forward. Let's feel proud that we are part of this Apollo, as I am. I always say I belong to Apollo family. And I'm glad that I'm here, and I would like to thank Preeta and the chairman, and of course Sheila Ketan, always been at my 2 a.m. friend. I call her up at 2 o'clock and say, Sheila, I need help. And she's like, yes. And I have seen the most calm person. I've never seen Sheila blowing the top. She said, no problem, Khushbu, I'll get it organized. And it's done, at a snap of your finger. So thank you very much for always being there. And thank you once again for inviting me here and making me feel so special to be part of such an august company. And it is an honor to launch this website where I truly believe that we women need to be strong, healthy to take the country and the world forward. It's our time, women. Let's celebrate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Like they say, usually charity begins at home. You just drove that message home, Healthcare begins at home, and that means with the self. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. With that, I would also like for us to have a quick look at another video on treatments for breast cancer and how further we have progressed and how easy it is for you to understand.
Some of the cells in the breast begin to grow uncontrollably. Treatments for breast cancer can include surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, hormone therapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy. There are several types of surgery depending on the size and location of the tumor. This video does not cover all available types of breast cancer surgery. During a lumpectomy, the tumor is removed along with some of the normal tissue around it. In a total or simple mastectomy, the entire breast is removed. During a modified radical mastectomy, the entire breast is removed. In addition, some of the lymph nodes under your arm are removed, and sometimes other tissues in your chest. Your doctor may also want to give you radiation therapy. This therapy uses radiation to kill the cancer cells or keep them from growing. External beam radiation uses a machine outside the body that aims radiation at the cancer. Internal radiation therapy, also known as brachytherapy, uses a substance that gives off radiation through different types of delivery devices. The substance is put inside your breast where the cancer has been removed. Chemotherapy uses certain drugs to kill cancer. These drugs may treat cancer cells throughout the whole body or can be given to treat cancer cells in one area. Another treatment option is hormone therapy. Hormones are substances found naturally in your body. Estrogen is one of these hormones. Your body uses estrogen mainly for the growth and development of your uterus, breast, and ovaries. However, estrogen can also promote the growth of certain hormone receptor positive cancer cells. One type of hormone therapy blocks estrogen from binding to breast cancer cells so it cannot cause cancer cells to grow and divide. Targeted therapy is a treatment option for cancers that have a specific kind of marker on the cancer cells. One therapy targets cells with markers called HER2. HER2 is a naturally occurring protein on your cells that normally promotes healthy growth in your cells. Some cancer cells have too much of this protein. This causes the cancer cells to grow and spread more aggressively than normal cells. Targeted therapy drugs are designed to only attach to the HER2 proteins on cancer cells. As a result, the cancer cells stop growing and may die. Immuno-oncology, also known as immunotherapy, helps your immune system fight cancer. Cancer can sometimes hide from the immune cells that attack them. For example, both cancer and immune cells may have proteins called checkpoint proteins. When they attack from other immune cells is stopped. Scientists are looking at one type of immunotherapy drug that blocks the checkpoint proteins from attaching to each other. As a result, the immune cell can attack and destroy the cancer cell. Your doctor may prescribe a combination of the treatments we've discussed or different treatment options than those mentioned here. If you have questions about breast cancer or any medications you have been prescribed, talk to your doctor. It is important to take your medications as directed and report any side effects you have.
Our chief guest, who has delivered possibly the most important message to the gathering of prevention, and of course our chairman and our vice chairman, the light behind this kind of programs and this kind of facilities which have been provided for surgeons and clinicians like me and others to practice what we have learned and give out the best results. Now, results don't come just because of clinicians alone. You need the setup, you need the team, and the team has been organized beautifully at Apollo Hospitals, and the main reason for that being our beloved chairman and our vice chairman. So we thank the media for coming today, and we would like them to take the message of prevention, of the importance of breast self-examination among women, and we request them that would be the carry-home message for the day. And also getting the correct information from the proper source. That is where the key of the Apollo Cancer website is going to play a role. So if these two messages are carried, I think that would make us the day. And I also appreciate and thank the entire Apollo family for putting this together. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir. The floor is now open to questions. And also we would love it if you could join us for lunch after. I would like to take this opportunity to thank one and all. Thank you for making time for us. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for supporting us always. Thank you.
I don't have a question, but I certainly would like to share something. My name is Sunetra and I'm from JRTV. So I've been doing this show called Doc Talk, and I've featured about 75 doctors of various specialties, all from Apollo. And I take this opportunity and privilege to thank the medical fraternity for the wonderful job that you have been doing during the pandemic and otherwise. And rightly told by Khushbu, when God is busy and absent, the doctors take over. So thank you very much once again, and it's been a privilege and honor to be a platform to showcase whatever you are doing. Thank you very much.
Is there anyone else? Do you have any questions?
Hello everyone. I have a question, like how often should we do the mammogram test? Because there is a group of people who are telling, like, too much of radiation would be a cause for the cancer too. So how often can we do the mammogram test? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I think it's an important question, but the first answer is that it's a diagnostic test. So cumulatively, the diagnostic amount of radiation that is needed does not convert into any major injury. That's the first assurance. But the debate is about what it detects and how much really it practically converts and cost effectiveness and all. So you don't have to, first of all, worry too much about personal, it's only a diagnostic amount of radiation is used for diagnosis. Then there are set guidelines across the globe. Most of the guidelines would recommend that from age 40 we should offer mammogram, and it's usually offered at least once in 2 years from 40 to 50. 50 to 60 is the most vulnerable age group. There we recommend that if possible do it yearly, and then again depending on the outcome we can be every 2 yearly or something. But we also change the recommendations in at-risk families when there is a family history, strong family, so individualized recommendations are there. So the message is from age 40, at least once in 2 years, and not to worry about the radiation effect, because it's only diagnostic test.
Thank you so much, sir. I think we have a couple more questions.
So I'd like to say that my mother is 94 years old now. About 4 years ago, on a Thursday, while she was having a bath, found a little lump on her breast. Pointed it out on Thursday. Friday I went to the Apollo doctor, and by Monday that little lump was removed. So I'm saying that at 90 years old, she was aware that this is what she should be looking for. So now we are talking here about at what age should a woman actually stop going for a mammogram? Is there any cut-off date? Can the doctors tell me that?
That's another great question. Usually the recommendations, because the recommendations need to take care of, there's a guideline principle and what is the cost benefit ratio, so on and so forth. And then there also needs to be randomized trials to prove a point. So that's why. So most of the time after 70 there are no set guidelines to recommend that you should. But your mother has been very wise, and a woman, in my opinion, the woman continues to be a woman, and as the age goes on, if they continue to be self-aware, it definitely is helpful. But the classical national guidelines would stop at 70. There are no set points after that.
Thank you so much, sir. Do we have any more questions? If not, I think we can wind up. All right, thank you so much. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much for being here.
ஒரு பெண்கள் பார்க்கும்போது இந்த பிரஸ்ட் கேன்சர்னு வந்துட்டாக்கா மார்பில் உங்களுக்கு புற்றுநோய் வரும்போது அது எப்போவுமே வெளியில் காட்ட மாட்டேங்கிறோம். உள்ளுக்குள்ளேயே வச்சுட்டு இல்லை வெளியில் காட்ட வேண்டாம். நிறைய இடத்துல இன்னும் அந்த ஸ்பெஷலி அந்த கிராம பக்கம் போனீங்கன்னா ஐயோ எதுக்கு வெளியில் சொல்லணும், சொல்ல வேண்டாம், சரியாயிடும், ஒரு சின்ன லம்பு தானே, ஒரு சின்ன கட்டி தானே, சரியாயிடும் அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு விட்டுறாங்க. பட் அது போக போக உங்களுக்கு ஒரு கேன்சர் 3rd 4th ஸ்டேஜுக்கு வரும்போது நிச்சயமாக அதுக்கு மருந்து கிடையாது. ஸோ எப்போவுமே டாக்டர் சொல்கிறது கேன்சர்னு வந்துட்டாக்கா அது இம்மீடியட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிடெக்ஷன் தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். எப்போ கண்டுபிடிக்கிறீங்க அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செகண்ட் ஸ்டேஜ் இருந்தாக்கா ஈஸியாக நம்மளால் குணப்படுத்த முடியும். அதுக்காக பெண்கள் டோட்டலி தன்னை அப்பப்போ செக் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கணும். அதுவும் டாக்டர் சொல்கிறாங்க 25 வயசுக்கு அப்புறம் செல்ஃப் டெஸ்ட் வீட்டில் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கணும். எப்படி பண்ணணும் அந்த வெப்சைட்லேயே இருக்குது, அப்போலோட வெப்சைட்லேயே இருக்குது. இப்போ உலகத்துலேயே இருக்கிற மிக சிறந்த மருத்துவ ரீதியாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது இந்தியாவில் இருக்குது. ஏன்னா உலகத்துலேருந்து ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலேருந்து இந்தியாவுக்கும் வந்துட்டுருக்காங்க. எங்களுக்கு இங்கே தான் வசதி அதிகமாக இருக்குது, இங்கே தான் டாக்டர்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்காங்க, இங்கே தான் எங்களால் குணப்படுத்த முடியும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இந்தியாவில் இருக்கிற மெடிக்கல் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் நம்ம ஏன் அவைல் படுத்தக்கூடாது, நம்ம ஏன் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது? எல்லாமே உங்களுக்காகவே இருக்குது. ப்ளீஸ் இந்த வெப்சைட் இருக்குது, அந்த வெப்சைட்டில் போங்க. புற்றுநோய், அதுவும் மார்பு புற்றுநோய் வந்தால் பெண்கள் தன்னை எப்படி பாதுகாக்கணும் அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அதை பார்த்துட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. இது பெண்களுக்கு மட்டும் சொல்ல விரும்பலை, முக்கியமான ஆண்கள், என்ன வீட்டில் இருக்கிற ஆண்கள் 25 வயசுக்கு மேலே உங்கள் வீட்டில் வர உங்கள் சகோதரியா, மனைவியா, உங்கள் யார் இருந்தாலும், உங்கள் பொண்ணா யார் இருந்தாலும், உங்கள் தாய் இருந்தாலும் தயவு செஞ்சு போயிட்டு நீங்கள் இந்த புற்றுநோய்க்காக என்னென்ன செல்ஃப் டெஸ்ட் இருக்குது அது பண்ணிக்கிங்க. செல்ஃப் டெஸ்ட் வீட்டில் நடந்துகிட்டே இருக்கணும். 40 வயசுக்கு மேலே இம்மீடியட்டாக நீங்கள் மெமோகிராம் பண்ணணும் டாக்டர்ஸ் சொல்கிறாங்க. 40 வயசுலேருந்து 50 வயசுக்குள்ளே 2 வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை மெமோகிராம் டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். 50 வயசுக்கு மேலே இருக்கிறவங்க வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை மேமோகிராம் டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிங்க. இது பண்ணக்கூடாது, அது பண்ணக்கூடாது, அந்த வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் ஃபார்வர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வரும் பாருங்கள், அது பார்த்துட்டு நம்பிட்டு உட்காரதை விட இதில் வந்து யார் முக்கியமாக டாக்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க அவங்க என்ன சொல்கிறாங்களோ அதை மட்டும் நம்பி உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை நீங்கள் சிறப்பாக நீங்கள் வச்சுக்கலாம். டெஃபினெட்லி இந்த ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் அவைல் பண்ணுறீங்க.
இல்லை பெண்களுக்கு மட்டுமே முக்கியமான பங்கு இல்லை ஆண்களுக்கும் இருக்குன்னு மேடையில் பேசியிருந்தீங்க, அது எப்படி?
அதான் ஆண்களுக்கு ஏன் இருக்குன்னா பெண்கள் வீட்டில் ஏன் வேலைக்கு ஏன் தன்னை வந்து பார்த்துக்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க? ஏன்னா வீட்டில் வந்து கணவர் பார்த்துக்கணும், குழந்தைங்க பார்த்துக்கணும், மாமியார் இருக்காங்க, மாமனார் இருக்காங்க, வயசான அப்பா அம்மா இருக்காங்க, வீட்டு வேலைகள் இருக்குது, அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிரச்சனை நாளைக்கு பார்த்துக்கலாம் அப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலான்னு அப்படி எப்படி தள்ளி வைக்கிறாங்க. ஆண்களுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கிய பொறுப்பு இருக்கிற அவங்க தான். அதான் சொன்னேன், 25 வயசுக்கு மேலே இருக்குது உங்கள் வீட்டில் யார் இருந்தாலும் சொல்லணும், நீ ஒன்று செல்ஃப் டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ, மார்பல் செல்ஃப் டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ. 40 வயசுக்கு மேலே இருக்கிறவங்க நீங்கள் தயவு செஞ்சு டாக்டர்கிட்ட போங்க. டாக்டர்கிட்ட போய் ஒரு 2 வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை மேமோகிராம் பண்ணி பாருங்கள். ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கா, ஒரு லம்ப் இருக்கா, ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இருந்தால், சேஞ்சஸ் இருந்தால் அது பார்த்துட்டு சொல்லணும். ஸோ இது வந்து ஆண்களுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம் பங்கு இருக்குது இதில். அவங்க வீட்டில் இருக்கிற பெண்களுக்கு இதை சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கணும்.
நீங்கள் ஒரு முன்னுதாரணமாக எத்தனை வயசுலேருந்து பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க மேடையில் பேசுகிறப்ப?
நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 35 வயசுல நான் வந்து பிரஸ்ட் கேன்சர் டெஸ்ட்டுக்கு போனேன். ஒரு சின்ன லம்ப் மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சுது. பட் அது போய் பார்த்தாக்க டாக்டர் சொன்னாங்க, இல்லை இப்போ தான் பிரஸ்ட் ஃபீடிங் முடிச்சிருக்கீங்க, அதனால தான் அந்த பால் கட்டி இருக்குது, ஸோ லம்ப் மாதிரி எதுவுமே இல்லை, எல்லாமே நல்லா தான் இருக்குது. பட் 2 வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை நான் கண்டிப்பாக மெமோகிராம் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்கேன். ஏன்னா நான் நல்லா இருந்தால் தான் என் வீட்டில் இருக்கிறவங்க நல்லா இருக்க முடியும். எனக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது வீட்டில் என் கணவர் வந்து தயவு செஞ்சு உன்னை பார்த்துக்கிட்டா நீ நல்லா இருந்தாலும் நாங்கள் நல்லா இருக்க முடியும்னு அவர் சொல்கிறாரு என்கிட்ட. ஸோ அது எனக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ப்ளஸ் வீட்டில் இருக்கு.
மேடம் இப்போ வந்து இந்த மாதிரியான டெஸ்ட்டுலாம் இப்போ இன்றைய காலகட்டத்தில் அவசியமாக இருக்கும்.
கண்டிப்பாக ரொம்ப அவசியம். ஏன்னா இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட 70% பெண்கள் வந்து ஒரு மார்பு கேன்சர் அவங்களுக்கு வருது. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இந்த டெஸ்ட் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது. அந்த ஸ்டிக்மா சொசைட்டியில் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, ஐயோயோ பிரஸ்ட் கேன்சர் இருந்தால் பிரஸ்ட் கட் பண்ணிவிடுவாங்க, அதெல்லாம் எது பற்றி, நம்ம ஹெல்த் தான் முக்கியம், நம்ம உயிர் தான் முக்கியம். ஒரு அங்கம் இல்லைன்னா அதுக்கு என்ன, ஆனால் நம்ம உயிரோடு இருக்கோம் அதுதானே முக்கியம். ஸோ இது ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் இருக்கேன். ஐயோ பிரஸ்ட் கேன்சர் இருந்தால் பிரஸ்ட் கட் பண்ணி எடுத்துருவாங்க, எடுக்கட்டும், அதுக்கு என்ன, இப்போ நீங்கள் உயிரோடு இருக்கீங்க, நடமாடிட்டு இருக்கீங்க, நல்லபடியாக இருக்கீங்க, அதுதானே முக்கியம். உங்களுக்கு மட்டும் இல்லை, உங்கள் வீட்டில் உங்களை வந்து யாருக்காக நீங்கள் வாழ்கிறீங்களோ, என் குடும்பத்துக்காக தான் நான் வாழ்ந்துட்டுருக்கேன் சொல்கிற பெண்கள் இருக்காங்க. முக்கால்வாசி பெண்கள் என் குடும்பத்துக்காக நான் வாழ்ந்துட்டுருக்கேன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த குடும்பத்துக்காக நீங்கள் உயிரோடு இருக்கணும். ஸோ அதுதான் முக்கியம்.
விவசாயிகள் போராட்டத்துக்காக எதிர்த்து நீங்க
this is not about political platform. Yes.
So அதுக்கு உங்களுடைய கருத்து?
Thank you so much to Honorable Prime Minister அவருக்கும் நம்மளுடைய பார்ட்டி பிரசிடென்ட் நட்டாஜி அவர்களுக்கும் அமித்ஷா அவர்களுக்கும் கட்சியில் இருக்கிறது எல்லோருக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றி சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். ஏன்னா நான் ஹைதராபாத்தில் இருந்தேன் இந்த நியூஸ் வரும்போது ஃபோன் பண்ணி வாழ்த்து சொன்னதுக்கப்புறம் தான் எதுக்கு வாழ்த்து சொல்கிறேன்னா, இந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் நேஷனல் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் கமிட்டியில் உங்களை வந்து ஸ்பெஷல் இன்வைட்டியாக போட்டிருக்காங்க. ஸோ பெரிய விஷயம் எனக்கு. ஏன்னா அக்டோபர் மாதம் நான் கட்சிக்கு வந்தேன், எனக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொடுத்தீங்க. இந்த தேர்தலில் என்னை வந்து ஒரு போட்டியிடுறதுக்கு ஒரு எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு பொசிஷனும் கொடுத்தீங்க. இதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ண போகிறோன்னு அடுத்தது பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு வந்து நேஷனல் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் கமிட்டியில் ஸ்பெஷல் இன்வைட்டியாக போட்டிருக்காங்க. ஸோ நிச்சயமாக கட்சிக்காக மக்களுக்காக நாங்கள் வந்து பாடுபடுவோம். மக்களுக்கு என்ன நல்லது அந்த திட்டங்கள் கொண்டு வருவோம். அந்த திட்டங்கள் மக்கள்கிட்ட கொண்டு போய் சேர்கிறதுக்கான வேலைகள் நிறைய செய்வோம். அண்ட் ஒன்ஸ் அகேன் பிரதமர் மோடி அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய பாஜக தலைவர் நட்டாஜி அவர்களுக்கும் மனமார்ந்த நன்றி.
மிகப்பெரிய பொறுப்பு, முக்கியமான பொறுப்பு எதிர்பார்த்தீங்க. பட் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நேஷனல் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் கமிட்டியில் ஸ்பெஷல் இன்வைட்டின்றது உங்களுக்கு போதுமானதாக இருக்குமா நீங்கள் எதிர்பார்த்ததுக்கு?
யார் எதிர்பார்த்தா? நான் சொன்னேன், நான் எதிர்பார்க்குறேன். நீங்களே ஒரு கற்பனை பண்ணிவிட்டு நீங்களே உட்காந்துட்டு அதுக்கு நான் எப்படி பதில் சொல்ல முடியும்? நான் இந்த பொசிஷன் எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் சொன்னேன்.
ஒரு வாழ்த்துக்கள் மேடம், உங்களுக்கு நல்ல பொறுப்பு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இந்த நிலையில் உங்கள் கட்சியில் ஒரு தவறு நடந்தாலும் சுட்டி காட்டுறீங்களா தைரியமாக? அதுதான் அந்த ஊபி விஷயத்தில் நீங்கள் ட்விட் போட்டிருந்தீங்க, அதை பற்றி உங்களுடைய கருத்து?
அது என்ன சொல்லணும் அதை நான் ட்விட்டர்லேயே சொல்லிட்டேங்க. அதுக்கு மறுபடியும் நான் சொல்லணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. அது கேள்வி கேட்குறீங்க. அதுக்கு அடுத்ததையும் நான் வந்து நேற்று போட்டிருக்கேன்னு ஒரு விஷயம் இன்றைக்கி காலையில் நியூஸ் பேப்பரில் வந்தது. ஒரு பக்கம் வந்து காங்கிரஸ் சார்பாக ஒரு போராட்டம் நடத்துகிறாங்க அங்கேயே நார்த் இந்தியாவில். நவ்ஜோத் சிங் சித்து மாஸ்க் போடல, ஒரு 100 காரில் வந்தாங்க, பெருசாக போடுறாங்க, ஒருத்தர் மாஸ்க் போடல, ஃபுல்லாக சுற்றி நிற்கிறாங்க. அதுக்கு கீழே வந்து போராட்டம் நடத்தினாங்கன்னு மட்டும் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, மாஸ்க் போடல. ஆனால் அண்ணாமலை அவர்கள் நேற்று ஒரு போராட்டம் நடத்தும் போது யாருமே மாஸ்க் போடாமல் கோவிட்ஸோடைய நார்ம் சோஷியல் டிஸ்டன்சிங் இல்லாமல் ஒரு போராட்டம் நடத்திருக்காங்க. இது ஏன் பாரபட்சம் பார்க்குறாங்க? இதை கேள்வி நான் கேட்டேன். அதை பற்றி யாராவது கேட்குறீங்க? நாடுனா வந்துட்டா எல்லாருக்கும் சேம் ரூல்ஸ் தான். கோவிட்னா அது பிஜேபிக்கு வேறு, காங்கிரஸுக்கு வேறு, திமுகவுக்கு வேறு, அதிமுகவுக்கு வேறுங்கிறது கிடையாது. பெண்டமிக் எல்லாருக்கும் ஒன்று தான், கொரோனா எல்லாருக்கும் ஒன்று தான். மாஸ்க் போடலைன்னா எங்களை சுட்டி காட்டுறீங்களா, அது காங்கிரஸ்க்கு சுட்டி காட்டுங்க. அதுதான் சொல்லுங்கள்.
தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட் கோவிடை கையாளுற விதம் எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க? திமுக ஆட்சி பொறுத்து
6 மாதம் ஆகலை, 6 மாதம் தேனிலவ டைம் அவங்களுக்கு, 6 மாதம் அவங்களுக்கு ஹனிமூன் பீரியட் கொடுக்கல.
பார்த்துருப்பீங்களா இந்த
6 மாதம் முடியல தம்பி, மே தான் வந்தாங்க. ஸோ 6 மாதம் முடியட்டும், அதுக்கப்புறம் பேசுவோம். 6 மாதம் ஹனிமூன் பீரியட்.